Sorry you had to deal with another non-vet, but you younger guys can stay up later tonight and do your thing. I was in 11th Armored Cav in Vietnam. My first commanding officer was George Patton III. He was a good guy. He could drink a beer with you, and he didn't go care for all the spit and polish, we'll say. Supposed to kill a lot of people.
Was he the grandson?
He's the third, yeah. Anyway, this poem used to be called 20 Years Ago. Now it's 40 years ago. So, and there's 3 parts to it. This is the hard nom part. I've written some still working on the Coming Home. It was Kent State, people in the streets, all that. And then there was the journey for me home, a little healing, making the world a better place. And so don't judge this on my whole life. It was 40 years ago today. Lock and load was the order of the day. Brothers dying, mothers crying, fucking politicians lying. It was 40 years ago today, to borrow a Beatles phrase. Old Grouch was leading the way, whether through fields of razor-sharp elephant grass, or knee-deep in the rice paddies, or creeping down the jungle trails. Death or disfigurement lurked just one wrong step away. There were Charlie's trails, laced with pungy stakes, bouncing betties, tripwires, and claymores, not to mention the occasional ambush. God and Sir Charles watched my every move. Thank you, God. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, it was 40 years ago today. Boy soldiers, armed to the teeth, VC ammo vests loaded with magazines, frag grenades up the ass, trusty 15 slung from the shoulder, all the trappings of a kick-ass grunt. The weight getting heavier with each day, carrying the lives of child men on one shoulder. Yes, it was 40 years ago today. Took only 4 months' time before this New York corner boy was on the front line. Just a cherry boy away from home, not much for a fist fight, never mind a firefight. Gentle soul, innocent mind, what turmoil awaits you? Anger and rage expressed in the destruction of other human beings. Hate and bitter sadness eating at my soul. Yeah, it was 30 years ago today. Half the squad got blown away. It was a claymore, they said. Or maybe it was a politician. Whichever, they're still dead. It was just one big fucking game. Charlie liked hide and seek, while we preferred search and destroy. But the worst game of all was one we called mix and match. Someone would trip a wire, the booby trap exploded. Those that survived would round up the various forms of bloody arms and legs and try to match them to the screaming flame bodies that they belonged to. Yes, it was 40 years ago today. Or was it yesterday? 40 years ago tonight, we hid along the trails in fright, praying to our gods that we could get to see the morning light, to hear the sounds of our chopper taking us back to a fitful day's sleep. Mark one more day off your count, one more day closer to life in the real world, one less day of insanity, or so we thought. 40 years ago today, some scenes have been clouded away, the pain erased by user's choice. What will it be tonight? A little Mary Jane? A ride on the wild horse? Or sweet dreams with the big O? Plenty of buds and mix around. Jim Beam and Johnny Walker were there too. What about a night of wild thoughts on a little speed? Fuck that intensity. We'll do downers tonight and we'll never remember a thing. Yeah, we got high with a little help from our friends. Well, we got by with a little help from our friends too. There were cobras and loaches, Napalm and Willie Peter, Puff the Magic Dragon, B-52s, M79s, C-104s, Car-15s, C-4, a P-38, an F-14. Sure like having a 60 around. That motherfucker put out some heat. Yeah, we got by with a little help from our friends. Thank you.